Hello YouTube, this is PCAce101 here, gonna give you a tutorial on how to use Format Factory. Um, I will leave a description below how to download this program. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost you a dime. Um, First things first is, tell you what it does. Alright, let's say you have our AVI and you want to convert it to MP4 or GIF or MPG or MKV or a flash video like FLV or Adobe, like Shockwave Player or anything like that. It would be SWF, I think. I'm pretty sure it's incorrect. Time obviously be MOV. Um, this program also converts to 1080p. This is how I convert all of my videos to 1080p and MP4 file. You can make a custom one or just have redo it every single time. I usually use this. I already put HD, YouTube, 1080p. This is how I use my settings for MP4. I prefer MP4 on any of the files. This is good working on any kind of format to rendering it, make it 1080p, and this is my settings. Okay. The type is always going to be MP4, or if you might do AVI. Just to let you know, if it's already MP4, this will not work. You have to convert to AVI and then convert back to MP4. Otherwise, this will not work. You want the system decoder on. The video stream, under video stream, usually when you pick this, usually you do want H.264 AV or AVC, the same thing, it's just called differently. Video size, you would want 1080p, or you can do 720p or 480p or 720i. I mean, I don't, it's up to you. I usually go with the 1920 over 1080p HD device. That works quite well. The bit rate, you want 1600, so it increases more of the rate of, like how it pixeled and stuff. Frames per second, you also want to keep this on default, because if you're recording at 60 frames per second like I occasionally do, and if you record this on 30, it's only going to do 30, and it's going to lag, it's going to be blotchy, you're not going to like it, so just keep it on default, it'll automatically do it. Aspect ratio, it should automatically be an audio, automatic width. You can do any one of them, fully expanded or automatic, it's up to you what you want to do. Encode pass 2, you want on yes. This allows to also to encode it the second time. For noobs, it basically allows an extra pass through the, adds an encode to it, so it adds more information to it. I mean, it looks much more better than regular that's not encoded. You can AVI, everything here will be completely different. Sometimes it won't even add you to encode, or it'll add different video sizes. But anyway, for audio, AAC should be the one to do that. You can't change that. The sample rate for audio, you want 4400. You don't want it too high and too small. If you have it too high, it's going to have really high clarity, but there's going to be a problem with that. Your video size, your file is going to be huge. So the best idea is keep that at that. Bit rate. Now, some people don't get this confused between sample rate. Bit rate is how high the volume is going to be. I usually have mine on 256 or 320. Mine's usually 320 because I usually do things, I like it a little bit louder than usual. That's just me. If it's too loud, then let me know and I'll have to change this to too lower. Channels, audio channels, just keep this as 2. You can change it every you really want, but I don't really notice a difference, so I just have it on 2. You do not want to disable the audio unless you want to do that yourself, just for the video, no audio. The rest here, you don't really have to worry about too much. You can save it, or you can just add as regular. I don't care. It's up to you. I'm gonna okay, I'm gonna show you something here. I created this video for Final Fantasy X for 1 minute and 16 seconds, and it's almost at 3.2 gigabytes. As you see right here, it's a 3.2 gigabytes. That's a huge file for 1 minute and 6 seconds. You record fraps at 60 frames per second. For 1 minute and 6 seconds, I get 3 gigs. Now, only at 45 minutes, I actually had about almost a terabyte. I actually had a warning on my computer telling me low memory. I'm like, what? I looked at it, and it was really high, and it converted it right down to 5 gigs. Believe it or not, it did. This will convert probably back down to 148, I think. 150, I think, MB. This when I convert it to 1080p. It's already high quality, but I'm just gonna convert it. This is AVI. I said this is MP4. It's not gonna work. All right, so I'm gonna add the file. Now I'm gonna see if I can go find it here. Sorry for the. No, it's not there. It's right here. Yep. 1 minute and 6 seconds, like I said. All right, you can add multiple ones here, but I prefer you not to do that. Oh, you can do, but I wouldn't do more than 3 because it takes forever. All right. Now, before you say go to start, now this depends on your system performance, but you see there's a little thing called here. It's called use multi-threads. You can do this probably on a dual core, but it's going to use a lot of CPU space. Old CPU processed to 100%, even at normal setting. And I'm not guaranteed how well this will work. This will work really good on an. I'm an i5, and this works really good. If it's an i7, it would work even better. But it would use all 4 cores of your system, or 6 cores, or 8 cores, or even 2 cores if you had it. So if you're a quad core, I definitely say hit multi-threads. Oh, there's another thing right here. You can, let's just say you had multiple files. You stop saving every 5 minutes just to have a resting point if you have to upload to YouTube, like I do a lot. You can, let's just say then you're like, oh, okay, the two of these can easily put together. You could, unless you already have it all in one, you might have already edited it, and you might have not. I mean, I don't know. You can join these things together. Let's just say you have 1 and 2. I would preferably change just edit name, hit 1 and 2 of your formats, like episode 1, part 1, episode 1, part 2 here, and so many videos you have. You can hit video joiner. It can join all 1 to part 1, all the way to part 5, all into 1, and then you don't convert it. It'll be all 1080p. But we're not going to worry about that. I don't use that. I do that in editing. I don't do it here. You can do audio joiner, join audios together. You know, you can also do audio here. I don't know. I haven't really used any of these right here, but you could experiment with them. And tell me a video or something if you want. Tell me basically how to do that, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, since this is and I'm gonna teach you about this. If you're using an i5 or an i7 and you want to get done real fast, you can do thread priority on high. If it does that, it will use 100% of your cores, and 100% of your cores and 100% of your CPU usage. Basically, if you want to look a benchmark for you, because your CPU will be run quite hot. I'm going to put it on high. It's going to take a few minutes on my quad-core i5 at 3.4. So my CPU will actually turbo boost to 3.9 doing this. It should take about 5 minutes, being 1 minute and 6 seconds, or lower actually looks like it, but I guess I'll see you when it gets done. Alright, it's done. I know it said stop, but I already have done this completed already, so I don't have to do that now. Just pretend it's 100% it's done. Right. Go here. It's the same file. Remember the other one was 3.18 gigabytes? This is only 148 MB megabytes, and it's 100 minute 16. I know it's 116. See? 116 right here. And this looks a lot better what it is. It's fun. I'm playing as Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy X, or whatever you want to call it. running at 1080p. I actually recorded that in 720p and then converted it back to 1080p, which is pretty nice. It runs really good. Um, that's what, a half hour to my internet speed. Think about it. I only have maybe one, not even 1 MB uploading speed a second. That's horrible. I have between 3 computers, I'm running at 300 KB a second, or less than that. I think it's 250, 260 kbs a second. Mother's not on, I'll get a little more, but otherwise it's really slow. So I uploaded a 4.9 gigabyte thing, and it took me about 14 hours to 22 hours to do, and that was just a 5 gigabyte. Imagine doing a 100 gigabyte or almost a terabyte of uploading. That's why you see people doing part 1, part 2, part 3, part 5, etc. Yeah, it came marked out pretty well. Format Factory is one of the best ones. Also, let's just say you download something off YouTube or a video or a Blu-ray or whatever, any movie you have or whatever it is, and then you try to convert it, and then it says error, or it doesn't do it at all, but like 3 hours, and the thing says 0% still. When that usually happens is it usually means it's just MP4 and you're converting it to MP4. Means to change it to MP4 the way you want it, you have to go to AVI and then convert back to MP4. Or if it says AVI and you want to convert MP4 and it's 0% or it says error, that usually means there's a corruption, which I've had it lately with Cam Studio 7 recording. That's why I actually had to download Cam Studio, because my Camtasia 7 was not working for some reason recording. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I might have to reinstall it again for the 5th time. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Also, if it's corrupted, or if it's already MP4, or maybe, let's just say you downloaded it off, I don't know, something that's already converted, uses a similar to Format Factory. If it's already converted, like the 140 MB, if I try to convert it again, making it smaller, it will say 0% always. That's the thing you gotta understand. It's always will be 0% if it's already converted. If it doesn't, if it starts doing it, then more likely it will succeed, unless you're doing, corrupts like Camtasia. Sorry, I can't pronounce it right. I have a bad stuttering problem, but Camtasia 7, which really even failing lately. I have no idea why, but it does. Well, anyway, I hope you like my video. If you like it, please thumbs up or subscribe. I will at least try to do more videos every week. Well, have a good one.